Today is Sunday, October the 8th. Pretty chilly out. I don't know what the temperature is, 40 something. It's under 50. It's definitely, the last couple of days have definitely been cold. We hadn't done a homestead tour for a while, so I figured I'd show you what we don't have growing on around here. Normally I show you what we do have, but this morning, me and my lovely bride came out here and cut down the sunchokes. They were dying off. Normally I don't do that until the frost kills them, but they were starting to die back anyway, so I just took the old machete and chopped them. I'll let them in the ground for now. I'm not going to harvest them for a while.
As he pulls one out.
Except for, yeah, as he pulls one out, exactly. Except for that one, but it's fine right there. It ain't gonna hurt it. I did that so that way I can just grab a hold and pull them out and then just dig up what's in there. Got a pretty good sized compost pile started here. Pretty good sized one behind her as well. That's just started. This here is just sunchokes and the leaves off the polywana tree that I just chopped down earlier this morning. This is everything out of the garden that the chickens didn't already get. All that compost will end up in the chicken yard before winter's over with. I cut the polywana trees down this morning as well. I just chopped those off the machete. Took a couple good whacks, but they come off. Same with the asparagus. I usually let them on until the frost gets them, but I just figured I had the machete out and I was over here. I just figured I'd start hacking.
And he hacked away.
And I hacked away. In the little garden, of course, the apples are pretty much, there's a couple up top I need to pick yet, but I may let them there for the birds and whatnot anyways, I'm not sure. We took the fence down around the garden, most of it. We still have the chicken wire, but all the other stuff is gone now.
But all the crazy colored ribbon is down and...
Yeah. All the weird crap's down. All of the beds, except the bed with the nasturtiums in, has been composted. All the walkways, except for the upper walkway, has got wood chips in it. So this garden here is pretty much ready for winter. I need to water it good and finish that, water it good, and put a tarp on. But I'm also going to put some other stuff on this before I do that, and I'll show you that in a video. Before I tarp it, I'll show you what else I'm going to do to prep for winter. I got a couple thoughts in my head to try to get more worms in the garden, but I'll go over that in more detail in a week or so. So that's pretty much all up on this side.
Are pretty nasturtiums.
But it's definitely a big change.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, when you...
Transitioning to fall, yeah.
When you start prepping it and getting dead plants out and...
Yeah.
And cleaning it up so it's getting ready for springtime.
Yeah, and you want to... If you have it, you want to put your compost down in the fall anyways. That way it has all winter to leach into the soil and make the soil better. You can do it in the spring, and I've done it in the spring many times if I didn't have any, but I wanted to get it in. And there's still some weeds coming through, but for the most part the weeds are gone. The Sudan grass I had in here for cover crop is starting to grow back, which that's fine. Some of the beans are starting to come back. Some of the Swiss chard's coming back. But as you see in the video I did the other day, I don't pull the plants. I just cut them off the ground level. I do that for a good reason. If you didn't see that video, I'll leave a link below.
And is it because they grow back because they're healthy plants?
Well, they grow back because the roots are still in the ground. It's plain and simple.
But if it wasn't healthy ground...
Well, yeah, they would stun them, but they would still come back.
Okay.
It's like you mow your grass. Your lawn might not be the best topsoil in the world, but the grass comes back when you mow it. Walk you down here. Show you a major weed pest.
Major.
I want to stop here quick for a quick thing. We had the chickens in here. We had both we had both flocks in here. We had last year's flock and this year's flock in here. This is where we integrated them at, was in this area. They were in here for a good while. When I got them out of here, when I moved them out of here, whenever I got them out of here, I had a bunch of hay down. I just spread the hay out and I put some Sudan grass in, and some other grasses and stuff, just some cover crop seeds. But there's tomatoes growing everywhere, and actually,
Wow.
this tomato has a tomato on it.
Holy
Had
cow.
a tomato on it, but there is tomatoes growing. But we feed the chickens tomatoes and whatnot, so yeah.
If you stood there and counted, there's at least, oh my God.
There's a good many tomato plants in here. It's pretty neat.
Yeah, you'd lose count.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. Then this mess down here, I got the tomato trellis down. She got all the tomatoes out, cut them off the ground level, and I took the trellis down Friday when it was still fairly warm in here.
And that's what that pile, another compost pile.
That's the pepper plants and tomato plants that was in here. And it's got a bunch of the amaranth in there too. So that right there is going to be a major weed fest right there growing sometime. We pretty much got everything out of here. There is still a few pumpkins. There's some beans that's definitely going to seed. They're not dried out all the way yet, but they're,
Jeez.
which is fine. Broccolis, I fed a bunch of them to the rabbit this morning. A couple more pumpkins that's still on down below there.
Yeah.
And there's still, Mexican sunflowers are still in here. I got all the other sunflowers out. So this week, weather dependent, I'll probably clean a lot of this out except for the pumpkins. They'll stay in. This year's gots to go. Them things are invasive.
I didn't even see that there.
Yeah, them's got to go. Very invasive. Don't want them in your garden. They're tasty, but you don't want them in your garden. They'll take over the world if you let them.
Them ground cherries.
Yeah. Yeah, we just picked the last of the corn today. We got some more on. I don't know if I'll pick any more of it off or not. But this garden's pretty much done. So we got 1, 2, I think we got 5 more pumpkins in here yet.
Yeah.
I think that's what I counted earlier when we were in here. And the sweet potatoes, we gotta get them out of the ground yet too. Take you down here and show you where they're at. So I need to spread the compost, wood chips, and pull weeds out of here yet, this year yet, but hopefully I get all that done. If I don't, the tarp will kill most of these weeds back. But the sweet potatoes are in the ground here. This whole row in between the corn. There's still some corn on, but it's not going to fill out all the way. It'll just end up getting dried out for chicken feed, which is fine. We didn't get anything out of it, but we're going to get chicken feed out of it, so it's all good. It's a win-win. The other corn area is down here. I just chopped it and left it lay.
Chop and drop.
Chop and drop, exactly. And I probably will not clean this up. I'll tarp over this area here, and hopefully this winter it rots up. Hopefully. If not, I'll be fighting weeds, which I've been anyway. So it's not like it's a big deal down there on that lower area. I've been fighting weeds since we've put this garden in. Whoa. Partner it fall down. When you come out of a fence like this, make sure you don't trip. It'll get you. I'll hook this up. I'm not going to turn it on right now, but I'm going to let it hooked up. I got still have it hooked up because of the sweet potatoes. There's nothing else in there that really matters but the sweet potatoes. Raspberries, I need to go through and prune them. There is a locust tree growing in the raspberry patch.
Jeez.
But this here is actually it's a legume. It's in the same family as the peas and beans and peanuts and a bunch of other plants. If you notice, these here look almost like a pea leaf. They look really similar to peas, except for it's thorny. So what this will do, and actually in this area, in this raspberry patch, this is actually not a bad thing, because it'll actually put nitrogen in the soil, and it'll actually fertilize that tree will fertilize your raspberries in the area. So I probably will let that in. I probably won't take it out. I'll probably prune it back a little bit so it thinks it's thorny, but I'll let it in there. Marigolds are looking really good. They like it when it's a little chilly. Some of these heads I'm going to take off. I like this one the best. I'm going to take some of these heads off and let them dry out. And this will be the marigolds that we plant around here next year. Will be these seeds.
The deer never bothered them.
No, nothing bothers these. Nothing bothers marigolds.
I know my mom, she got those and put them out front, and oh man, they filled out her flower bed so nice.
Yeah.
With the other plants she had.
So I got enough seeds there for us, for sure. There's probably 1,000 seeds in them heads, probably, in all honesty. Maybe not quite 1,000, but there's quite a few hundred. So I'll harvest those when they dry out. Horseradish, I'll probably harvest some of that horseradish this fall. I've never harvested before this. It's been in the ground 2 years. This would be its third winter if I left it in. I'm pretty sure. No, it'd be its second. I put it in the spring of 22. This is fall of 23, so yeah, it's been a year and a half. I'll probably harvest some of it, make some horseradish out of it, but you're not supposed to do that till after we get a frost, and we're not going to get a frost for another, I think, a week or two. But it looks like something's been eating it, which is fine. Peaches and stuff look good. Most of the trees down here look all right. Asparagus looks all right. It's starting to die back. I cut that comfrey back this morning and fed it to the rabbits.
No, to the chicken.
Or yeah, sorry, chickens. The rabbit eats whatever it wants to. There is some radishes growing in here. We harvested some of these the other day, but I never did. I was going to fry them up, and I never did it. Not a bad radish, daikons. They're tillage radish. The garlic bed is prepped and ready. It'll probably be 2 or 3 more weeks before we put our garlic in. We don't put it in until after we get at least one frost before we put the garlic in, because you don't want it growing. You don't want the tops growing before it freezes out. But this one here, there's a pretty good chance this will be the one I'll harvest from. This is the nicest one. And then we got a pawpaw tree right behind it that's coming up and looking good.
Oh, yes. Yay.
Finally, I thought it was going to die.
I did
but the
too.
root stock must have still been good enough to give us one. So that's great. Persimmons, I don't know. They grow and die off. I don't know if that's dying off because it's cold or what. If it's dying off because of, I don't know. I have no idea. Hopefully it is okay, but we don't know. We harvested all the pumpkins and squashes this morning that we had growing down here that the deer or rabbits or groundhogs or whatever never ate.
And they ate a lot.
And they ate a lot of them, yeah. Actually, that one they were eating one here, which...
They ate the whole thing.
Well, they didn't eat the whole thing. They had most of it eaten off, and I grabbed it and took it up and fed it to the chickens this morning.
Oh, that's right. That was that one.
Yeah. And then there's one there's mush, one there's mush. This one here looks pretty good, too.
Yeah, that horse.
I'm not sure which one I'm going to harvest from. I'm going to go harvest from one. And this persimmon here looks like it's doing okay. Looks like the cold weather probably got it, but that's all right. I don't know if I got anything else to chat about at this point.
It took this area here a while to come to life.
Yeah, it did.
And then it finally came to life, and then the critters got to everything.
Yeah. But that's all right. We wasn't going to grow nothing anyways. It just so happened we did, just because.
We had extra plants, and
Right.
we did get a good harvest out of it this morning.
Actually, I'll take you up there and show you the pumpkins we got. It's in the greenhouse.
Is there anything else down here?
Not down here.
The nice green grasses?
Nope. The other got good nice green grass from the meat birds that we grew up down here. The grass does look nice and green.
Yeah.
In spots. Patchy. I need to mow and bag it up, and I'll put it on the probably over the garlic whenever the garlic gets put in. But we'll take you up in the greenhouse and show you what's up there. Alrighty, so we're in the greenhouse, and I got a mess in here I need to get rid of, take care of. These we left our yuccas or yuccas, however you want to pronounce it.
Yucca.
Go to seed this year, and we have seeds out the yin yang. Way more seed than I ever thought there would be in them. That's just off one flower. But anyways, these, I'm going to plant a bunch of these down our property line to try to help keep some of the rabbits and other critters out. Because these things grow up, they're pretty spiky. And the plants that we have of these, look at all them seeds in one of them. I can't believe how many seeds is in them, seed pods. There's a lot of those, they probably ain't no good. See how they're hollow? I'm sure they're no good. Anyways, I want to plant a lot of these down our property line because they should keep a lot of the rabbits and smaller critters off of our property unless they dig under them, which they can.
They're pretty cool plants.
They are pretty cool plants. That, and I have some seeds from lupines that I'll plant along the property line, and some rhubarb. I'm not sure these seeds are any good. They may not be. I would have thought the shells would come off of those, but they never. That's all right though. If they grow, they grow. If they don't, they don't. It's not a big deal. And we have sunflower heads in here that we're keeping for the chickens. These will be chicken feed. I'm not sure how many heads we got, but all those are full of them. They're actually drying up pretty well. So sometime I need to go through and
wow,
get them out of there. I'll keep this on top, so I mean they could still get in through the holes, but odds are they won't. And then they're in here so they stay.
Is that what's in them too?
This is more sunflowers heads. This one is them's
that's a big one.
Them I'm saving for seed for next year. And I got some in the building I'm saving for seed. I got some in the house I'm saving for seed. But all of these are for the chickens. And this is just corn I threw in here that was no good. It's drying out.
Oh, okay. Because I threw the other corn in that basket.
That's fine. It don't matter a whole lot. And what we harvested this morning out of our pumpkins was actually some of them we took in the house. Some of these will probably end up being like that, and there will be chicken feed because a rabbit or something was trying to get into it. But most of these butternuts, they're not quite ripe, but not too terrible bad. But same with the pumpkins. There's a little baby Hubbard. It'll probably be chicken feed as well because there probably ain't enough in there for me to worry about. And then a lot of these, then this year's definitely going to be chicken feed. Something's chawing at it. But you know, if we eat them, fine. If we don't, the chickens will. So we grew a lot of food for our chickens this year, which we planned to.
Yeah.
We have a lot of food in the house for chicken feed.
And for us.
And for us too.
But if we would have gotten the full harvest, if nothing would have got to it,
oh yeah.
how many spaghetti squashes and butternuts do you
Spaghetti
think
and
we would have
butternut.
had?
You know, I noticed several different times going down there and looking. There wasn't nothing to every day see two new ones coming on, and the next day see something was eating at it. So I mean, I don't know. We probably would have got. We would have probably got, if we'd have got all of them out of that, we'd probably have 5 or 6 more of these totes full, I would guess.
I would say.
But
I mean, they was coming on gangbusters
oh
there
yeah,
for a while.
big time.
And they was big ones.
Yeah. A lot of this stuff needs to go in the house before it snows. They're all right for now, but then this year will be our winter garden, hopefully. I don't know, they're not looking real well, so we may not get nothing out of them. We got to put plastic on the cattle panel yet, and I got to put plastic over the chickens area yet. So still got a lot to do. It's wintertime, start almost wintertime. So things will be slowing down, and they have for the most part. But there's still a lot to get done. Still a lot to get done, but you know, it is what it is. That's what it's all about. I don't like to sit around not do nothing, so it's all good.
He gets bored very easy.
I do get bored really easy. So that's going to wrap this update up. We hadn't did an update for a while. This is a pretty lengthy video, but it is what it is. Hopefully you're still watching. If you are, thank you. If you'd like to, please click like, subscribe, share with your friends and family. If anybody has any questions on what they saw, or they want to see something different that we didn't show, that's fine. And one way to know for sure this channel is for real. If she turns around and pans, the greenhouse is a mess. We got junk laying everywhere. We don't do this just for YouTube. This is a real deal. So.
In the spring, it's filled with plants, and now it's got the rest of the house plants, along with
we got a bunch of onions over there curing too.
Yep, the onions are curing. All of our harvest baskets are still out.
Coolers are out.
The boxes that we used to put under mulch for in the beds. I mean, yeah.
It's a mess. But
it'll get cleaned out.
It's like this every fall, so
yeah,
it is what it is.
Check out our online store.
Yep, there's a link to it below.
Homemade soaps and moisturizer.
Yep,
and chapsticks, and
another week or so we'll have some shampoo bars.
Yep.
We made some about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, and we made some more yesterday. I tried some because Lord knows I need the shampoo.
I used that to chop his hair off. No.
Thank goodness, no.
No.
But I used some the other night, and I liked it. I used it on my whole body. Actually, it did a good job. I liked it a fair bit. But
I did too.
It needs to cure a little longer before we can box it up and put it for sale. So it will be for sale in probably another week, maybe 2, once it dries a little more.
But we have our regular lard soap, our coffee and oatmeal lard soap, our face moisturizer, chicken poop chapstick, and the chick poo poo lip shimmers.
Yeah. And we will be having, probably will be having sun chokes on our website.
Yeah.
Online store here soon. Once I harvest those and see what we have and how much we want and how much I plant and blah blah, we'll know what we're going to get rid of.
And we
but there'll probably be some of that too.
Have our t-shirts on there if you want to help support us. We have t-shirts. There's all the I put our succulents and other plants on there, so if you're local, we can you can order some plants as holiday gifts, because the holidays are coming up, or as birthday gifts, or for someone in the nursing home. These things are the easiest things to take care of. They take hardly no water, and they grow really pretty. We got different ones going on, So, yeah, a lot of people enjoy the succulents and the variety it brings and the colors. But they're on our site now too.
And the link is below for that stuff. So it's gonna wrap it up. We will be having the seeds for sale, sunflower seeds for sure. Not sure about any other seeds, but we definitely will have sunflower seeds for sale. So that'll wrap it up. Till we meet again. Take care and God bless.
See ya.